Good morning students. Hope you all are doing well. In the last video we have started exercise 1.4 where we have seen that the questions are related to division of integers. We have solved first 3 questions and students in today's video we are going to continue with question number 4. So before moving on to the exercise, open your homeworks and match the answers. This is your homework. Just see it, then we'll continue. So students, look into your textbook. Question number 4. Write 5 pairs of integers a, b such that a divided by b is equals to minus 3. One such pair is 6 and minus 2 because 6 on division with minus 2 gives you minus 3. Let us understand this question in simple words, students. What you are asked to do, here you have to take 2 integers and on dividing those integers your result should be minus 3, means the quotient on after division should be minus 3. One example is already given in your textbook. 6 and minus 2 on division you will get the quotient as minus 3. So what can be other such pairs? What can be other such pairs whose quotient will be minus 3? Let us see, students. First pair. Now you only tell which number I shall divide with 3 so that the result will be minus 3. Let me write here minus 3. Now what shall be divided with minus 3 to get the quotient as minus 3? We know that 3 3s are 9. So now see, 9 on division with minus 3 will give you how much? It will give you minus 3. Clear, students? Second pair. Now in place of minus 3 I am writing minus 4 and again I want the quotient as minus 3. So what shall I divide with minus 4 to get minus 3, students? 4 3s are 12. So my next pair is 12 divided by minus 4 is equals to minus 3. 3 more pairs we have to give, students. Now in the same manner 5. So 15 divided by 5 will give you minus 3. Okay. Then fourth pair minus 6. So 18 divided by minus 6. 6 3s are 18. So 18 divided by minus 6 will give you minus 3. Last pair, students, fifth pair. Minus 7. So 21 on division with minus 7 will give us minus 3. That's why our fifth pair is 21 divided by minus 7 and our result will be minus 3. So our 5 pairs are ready, students, which are satisfying this condition. The first integer on division with the second integer is giving the quotient as minus 3. I hope the solution is clear to you. Okay, now let us move to the next question. Question number 5, students. Again question 5 to 7 are step problems. So look the question from the textbook itself. We'll just write the answers here. Question 5th, students. The temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius above 0. If it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight, at what time would be the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below 0? What would be the temperature at midnight? Okay, students, in this question there are 2 parts, means 2 things you have to find. Let us understand the question in simple words now. See, students, it is given that the temperature at 12 noon is how much? The temperature at 12 noon is 10 degrees Celsius. Then there is a drop in temperature every hour, okay, and it is at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius, okay. In every hour the temperature is decreasing by 2 degrees Celsius, okay. Then drop in temperature every hour till midnight is 2 degrees Celsius, and until when the temperature is dropping? It is dropping up to until midnight. What do you mean by midnight? Midnight means 12, okay, 12 in the night. So up to there the temperature is decreasing by 2 degrees Celsius. Then time at which the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. So you have to, the first part of the question is to find when the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. What do you mean by 8 degrees Celsius below 0, students? How you are going to show it? Using sign, it will be denoted as negative 8 degrees Celsius because it is below 0. So minus 8 degrees Celsius. You have to find that the temperature which is 10 degrees Celsius now at 12 noon until midnight, until midnight it is decreasing by 2 degrees Celsius. Now you have to find when this 10 degrees Celsius will become minus 8 degrees Celsius. At what time? You have to give the time. Okay, let us see how to solve this question. So I have written here at 12 noon the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, a positive 10 degrees Celsius. Now student, the next hour temperature will be means at 1 p.m. the temperature will be 10 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius. How much? 8 degrees Celsius. Okay. At 2 p.m. the temperature will again drop by 2 degrees Celsius. It will be 6 degrees Celsius. In the same manner, the temperature will go on decreasing. Isn't it? You have to show this calculation, students. 2 degrees Celsius. Then again at 5 p.m. 2 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius. We'll get 0 degrees Celsius. Then now the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Again it dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. So your result will be minus 2 degrees Celsius. Clear, students? Then at 7 p.m. minus 2 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius again. So minus will be plus. Sign will be of minus 4 degrees Celsius. Then again minus 4 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius will give you minus 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, then minus 6 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius minus 8 degrees Celsius. See, we got our answer, students. The first part of the question was when the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. So when the temperature is 8 degrees Celsius below 0, that is minus 8 degrees Celsius. At 9 p.m. the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. Clear, students? Now let us see the second part of the question once again. The last part of the question was that what would be the temperature at midnight? At midnight means 12 midnight, what will be the temperature? So we have reached up to 9 p.m. Let us solve this question up to 12 midnight. So now minus 8 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius will get minus 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then minus 10 degrees Celsius again decreased by 2 degrees Celsius will get minus 12 degrees Celsius. Then minus 12 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius will get 14 degrees Celsius. So students, at 12 midnight the temperature will be minus 14 degrees Celsius or 14 degrees Celsius below 0. With this we have solved question number 5 also. Clear, students? Okay. So now once again I am explaining this one. See, two parts. When the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. So temperature is 8 degrees Celsius below 0 at 9 p.m. And the last answer, what will be the temperature at 12 midnight? So you can write one sentence: at 12 midnight the temperature will be 14 degrees Celsius below 0. Okay, students. Now let us see question number 6. Question number 6, students. In a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer and no marks for not attempting any question. Okay, students, as in reasoning also you are getting the marks in same manner, na? For correct answers you are getting positive marks, for incorrect answer you are getting -1. Remember, same thing here also. If the student has attempted questions correctly, he or she will get +3, but if the answers are incorrect, then -2 for each answer. Okay, then this question has two parts, students. First part we are going to see. Radhika scored 20 marks if she has got 12 correct answers. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? Let us discuss this question first, students. How many marks Radhika scored in total? She has only scored 20 marks. And how many questions she has attempted correctly? 12 questions. For one question she will get +3. So for 12 questions, how many marks she will get? 12 into 3, she will get 36 marks. But how much marks are given to her? 20. So where are the 16 marks? 16 marks is the negative marking. Clear, students? Then you have to answer how many questions she has attempted incorrectly so that she got -16. Let us solve this question, students, then it will be clear. So steps I have written: marks obtained for one correct answer +3, Marks obtained for one incorrect answer, -2. Now in case of Radhika, marks scored by Radhika, 20. Marks obtained for 12 correct answers. We have already discussed 12 into 3. 12 threes are 36. Fine. Marks obtained for incorrect answers. This also we have discussed, we have calculated. So students, 20 minus 36. Okay. How much? Minus 16. So minus 16. 16 marks are the marks which she has attempted for, which she has obtained for incorrect answers. But now we have to find number of incorrect answers that she has attempted, that we have to find. But see one more line, marks obtained for one incorrect answer. For one incorrect answers, how much she is getting? For one incorrect answer, she is getting -2. She has in all attempted, she in all has got -16 for incorrect answers. So number of incorrect answers she has given. Total negative marking divided by negative marking per question, that is 2. So 16 upon 2, how much you are going to get? 8. Minus minus will be cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 8s are 16. So students, Radhika has solved 12 questions correctly, for which she got 36. Okay, but she has attempted 8 questions incorrectly, for which she got -16. Now you only see 36 minus 16. How much marks she will get finally? She will get 20 marks. Clear students? Okay, let us solve its second part also students, but before it, note it down, because second part I'll rub this one and I'll solve the second part. Noted. Second part of the question students, Mohini scores -5 marks in this test, though she has got 7 correct answers. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? Same question as the previous one. Let us solve. So second point, marks scored by Mohini. How much she has scored students? In all she has scored only -5. Marks obtained for 7 correct answers. If she has given 7 correct answers, then she will get 3 marks for each answer, for each correct answer. So 7 questions at the rate of +3 each, she will get 21 marks for correct answers. But see her total marking, it is negative marking, -5, but she has attempted 7 correct answers, for which she got 21. Then marks obtained for incorrect answers. So for incorrect answers, we are going to take her total score, and then we are going to deduct 21 from it. See students, now minus minus plus, 5 plus 21, 26. As 21 is the greater number with negative sign, in answer also we are going to get negative sign. So minus 26. Marks obtained for incorrect answer by Mohini is -26. Okay, then marks obtained for one incorrect answer, -2. So therefore number of incorrect answers Mohini attempted, that is total negative marking divided by negative marking of one question. How much students? 2 ones are 2, 2 13s are 26. Minus minus cancelled. So finally Mohini has attempted 13 answers incorrectly, for which she got -26, and for 7 correct answers she got 21. So -26 minus 21, how much students? -26 plus 21 will get -5. Clear students how to solve this question? Okay, so this was question 6th, first and second part. Now the last question of this exercise students, question number 7. Question 7 students, an elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level, how long will it take to reach -350 meter? Descent means students, it is going down, falling. Okay, then where is the elevator now? The elevator is 10 meter above the ground level, and the descent is starting from 10 meter above the ground level, and it has to reach up to -350 meter, means -350 meter below. Then for in 1 minute it is descending 6 meters. So for the total descent, how much is the time required, that you are going to find. Let us solve this question students, then it will be more clear. So distance descended is denoted by a negative integer. Okay, when the decrease will be there, we will denote it with a negative integer students. Then initial height means the starting height. So Second line of the question, if the descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level. So the descent is starting from 10 meter above the ground level. Above the ground level, that's why I have written plus 10 here. Clear students? Then final depth means up to where it has to reach? It has to reach up to minus 350 meters below. Okay, then total distance to be descended by the elevator. So how much distance the elevator is going to cover? So minus 350 meters minus plus 10 meters. So how much, students, solve this? Minus plus minus, then minus 350. Okay, let us write like this. Minus 350 minus 10. Finally, we will get minus 360 meters. So the elevator has to descend up to minus 360 meters. Clear, students? Okay, then time taken by the elevator to descend minus 6 meters. So the time is 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Then therefore to descend minus 360 meters, time taken. So minus 360 meters divided by minus 6 meter. Total descent, the elevator has to cover minus 360 meter. Okay, and in 1 minute it is descending by minus 6 meters. So let us solve this. How much you are going to get? 6 ones are 6, 6 6 are 36, minus minus cancelled, will get 60 minutes. So students, in 1 minute your elevator is descending 6 meters. In 60 minutes or 1 hour it will descend up to minus 360 meters. Okay, so this is your question number 7, students, and with this we have completed exercise 1.4 as well as we have completed our first chapter. I hope each and every solution is clear to you, each and every explanation is clear to you. If still you are having any confusion, any queries, you can contact me through Campus Care or WhatsApp, students. Feel free to ask your doubts. Okay, and that's all for today. Practice all the questions very well. Thank you.